Nike testing.
Yeah, the performing book.
You mute. Mute. Hi. Welcome to my channel. Today we will look at the practice in rearing small domestic animals under grade 6 agriculture and nutrition. So that's what we are going to look at today, this evening. So welcome to our lesson. We'll look at various examples of the domestic animals, and we are talking about the small domestic animals are the ones that we want to identify. We are going to identify the rabbit, dog, cat, duck, guinea pig, poultry. Under poultry, we look at the chicken, duck, turkey, geese, and pigeons. Those are some of the examples of the small domestic animals that we want to look at. So let's continue. We have various examples I have mentioned. We have cat, we have chicken, we have duck, we have dog, we have turkey, we have geese, we have rabbit, we have guinea pig. Guinea pig is it's a kind of a big rat. And now let's look at domestic animals. Are animals kept for a particular use and freely live at home with human beings. The different community in Kenya keep the various domestic animals depending on their reason. Some domestic animals are small in size and are said to be small domestic animals. Let's look at the chicken. The various community in Kenya, they keep chicken, the others do not. Some community may not keep a certain domestic animals due to the cultural and religious beliefs. Be careful when you visit. I'm talking about the dog. You visit a dog, obviously they bring some protection to their homes. Now let's look at some routine practices. The routine practices in rearing domestic animals, that's what we want to base on mostly. The first one is and when you talk about the routine practices refers to the activities carried out in taking care of the domestic animals. Just the ways of taking care domestic animals. The practices can be regularly or once in a while be performed. So it is very important. Now we look at the examples. We can feed them, water them, parasite control, cleaning tools and equipment used. In animal cares, maintenance appropriate number of domestic animals. You rear the animals that you can be able to manage. The vet care, when we talk about the vet care, sometimes also the animals get sick, they need to be treated, to be dewormed and so on. So cleaning animal house and so on. Those are some of the examples of routine practices for domestic animals. Now let's look at the feeding. The underfeeding. You should feed the animals the correct food. Give them the food that has nutrients. The food can make them grow as long as you want the yield. You want to harvest well, and it's also important when you give them correct food. So, for example, when you are feeding like the guinea pig, give them the vegetables or some commercial food, and poultry the same. You give the cat the quality food with all the nutrients as the same as the human being. So it's very, very important when you are feeding the animals. Look at giving water. It is also very important to give all the small domestic animals the water, not just water. Give them the clean water, fresh water. You see, sometimes if as a human being, if also give them the dirty water, might also cause some various diseases. So it is very, very important when you want to feed your animals. So feed them the right food. Let them eat the food that can give them the nutrients. Want to look at also how we clean. It is also very important when you look at this picture. This part of dog's lives, so is they're very, very important to clean their house. So clean with some soaps and water. The bowls used to feed and the water. Make sure you clean them. It is very, very important. The regular cleaning, the litter box where the rabbits poo is very important. Clean the watering can where the animals can take the water. So it is very, very important to clean all the equipments that are required that you use during practices. So it's very, very important. Regularly clean the kennel for the house of dog. Regularly clean the cage where you keep the guinea pig. Then you provide a clean place for the rabbits to sleep. So it is very, very important. Very important. You make sure you clean, not just not just to clean them. Make sure you clean. It is important when you clean for the animals. So look at maintenance, appropriate number of small domestic animals that the ones that you can be able to manage. Please don't put more. Please put the one that you can be able to give enough food to feed them well. So it is very, very important. So you make sure you feed them well. They are very, very important when you feed your animals. You say when guinea pigs, rabbits, cats, and the dog give birth, the numbers increases. So it is important, you as a person, you as the owner, to make sure if there are many, you sell some. If the ones that have already grown, please make sure you sell them. After selling them, you can also poultry house. Keep one male poultry birds to every 6 female poultry birds. Extra male birds can be slaughtered as soon as they mature. So you can also sell extra poultry to maintain affordable number of poultry. It is very important. You make sure you have enough, the ones that you can be able to feed. It is very, very important. The farmers should keep appropriate number of small domestic animals in a given space. This is important routine practices since it promotes the good healthy and the proper feeding for the animals. So the parasite control, regularly wash and groom the cat and the dog to prevent attacking by the parasite. You spray, it's also important. You make sure you spray the kennel, you spray the house where your small domestic animals live, using the recommended chemical to get the ride on the parasites, such as and so on. Ensure the hatches or cages are clean to prevent attack by the parasite. So it is important you make sure your animals live in a good place. So very, very important. Ensure that they regularly replace the beddings to prevent attack by the any kind of parasites that can attack them. Regularly change the dry grass or sawdust in hens laying area to prevent attacking by the mites and so on. So it is very, very important. The next point that we want to discuss: apply the petroleum jelly on affected area around the poultry eye and dust powder regularly to breeding the birds. So practice control is important routine in rearing of small domestic animals. It enables the animals to grow healthy. It also allows the small domestic animals to produce the high quality. Have the recommended one, the one that who can do so, the one that who can be able to take care, who knows about the domestic animals. The veterinary doctor should vaccinate your small domestic animals. So vaccination enable your small domestic animals to fight for the diseases. So it is very important to continue to treat them as long as you want to earn more. When we provide the veterinary care, the small domestic animals, we demonstrate the good animals welfare practice expected of us. So it is very important, you as a person, to take care of your domestic animals. Cleaning the animal's house, as I have shown, you can clean the kennel, can clean all the houses of where they live. So it is very very important to the animals to live in a good place. Cleaning should be done regularly. That's the point, to prevent infection and keep the animals being comfortable. So measures should be taken to protect the animal, the domestic animals, from the predators. So please continue supporting us, continue watching. This is our live stream, so you can ask question. We will be able to answer a question concerning the domestic animals. The importance, let's look at the importance or benefit of rearing small domestic animals. The cat, now we want to look at what these animals give us. How are they important to us? It is very important to rear domestic animals because sometimes they might increase our income. It's very important. So it is very, very important when we are rearing this. Let's look at what we get from the cat. The cat are kept for companionship. Dog for companionship and security. Dog are kept to guard our homesteads. The dogs scare away some wild animals that can destroy some of our small domestic animals. The cat helps us scaring away the rats and the mice in the homestead. So can see now how important they are. Rabbits and guinea pigs can be kept as a pet or for the meat. So when you look at the poultry are kept for egg and meat. That is the point. We get the meat, we get the meat, we get the rabbits and poultry are important, the source of food, the nutrients. Talk about the nutrients, get the proteins. Some community kept some communities keep guinea pigs for eat meat. Some small domestic animals such as dog, cat and guinea pig are kept as a pet. So the dogs are kept to provide a security at home, detect the harmful object. Some small domestic animals such as rabbits, poultry give the rich manure as byproduct. They are also career and agricultural enterprise ventures related to small domestic animals such as veterinary medicine, animal health courses, and factory manufacturing animals feeds such as chicken mash and rabbit pellets. So another importance for the small domestic animals, someone is able to get income. So it is very important. You can employ somebody to come and work in your farm to take care of your domestic animals, your small domestic animals. So it is very, very important. Let's look at how to handle small domestic animals. Safe handling small domestic animals. You should be calm when approaching small domestic animals. Do not approach aggressive small domestic animals. They might attack you as you try to handle them. So they think maybe you want to harm them. So it is very, very important. It is very important when you are employing somebody to come and work in your farm to take care of your domestic animals. So safely handling friendly small domestic animals is very important when you want to handle them. Handle them as in a safe way. Do not attempt to handle the stray dog. They can attack you. They can also harm you. Also, they fear maybe you want to harm them. So that's why they try to protect themselves. So be careful when handling them to avoid transmission of diseases such as rabies. You find maybe there are certain people or certain homes, they have not taken care of their small domestic animals, have not taken to the vet care, to the veterinary to be vaccinated. So it is very important when you don't disturb them. They might maybe scratch you. So it is very important if the dog scratch you or bite you, very important to go to the hospital, seek the medical attention. Guinea pig. Pick the guinea pig carefully. Place one hand around their chest area. The other hand should support the leg at the back. Always ensure that they remain upright. Hold them close to the ground. Guinea pigs have a delicate spines, so hence they must be picked with a lot of care. Keep them upright with their feet facing the floor. Then keep them close to the floor to avoid injury to the spine in case they get frightened and jump off your hands. So hold the guinea pig close to the body, make it feel secure. So it is very, very very important. Dog. Handle dog gently and friendly to them. Stroke their back, even chest. However, always remain alert for any signs of the aggressiveness from the dog for your safety. That even well behaved dog can be unpredictable, dangerous. Rabbit. Pick rabbit from the ground using one hand to support their back. It is important to check their temperature, or when they are not relaxed, cover their eyes and with a piece of clothes, clean clothes, but ensure the nose string are free, not tree, are free, so is able to breathe. It's very important. So make sure they're able to breathe. So it is very important. Chicken, when you are picking the chicken, make sure by holding them their wing together and their base, using the other hand, place 2 fingers between the legs as you hold. You can also support the chicken by holding it between your ribs and up arm. So it is very important. The same to cat. So you be careful when you're handling these animals. So cat can be fearful, untrusting, and even sometimes aggressive to stranger and under different environment. So it is very important. Let us the learners observe the following. So it is very observe what we have learned when we are demonstrating. So it is very important. So as you handle the animals, so it is very important as you handle the animals. So here we have as we have been discussing now, we say here I have some few questions that we can try to discuss. We name the animals. What was the animals here? Here the animals that was here. This is the rabbit. This is the rabbit. What do we get from rabbit? What does it eat? And so on. So these are some of the questions that I want you to answer. Name the animals. What does it eat? What does it drink? And so on. These are some of the questions that you can be able to answer at your free time. So now here we have domestic animals. Here is the rabbit. Rabbit alert us when the stranger or wild animals or so we are trying to match. Let's try to match. Please try to match which animals that are attacking. So here we say the dog can alert provide the meat and the egg. Which animals provide the egg and the egg? Here we have the poultry. Then the cat provides the fur. Scare away the rats. The cat scare away the rats. Then here we have the guinea pig, provide the meat. The guinea pig provide the meat. So it is very, very important. So we should rear small domestic animals because they have several benefits to us. The small domestic animals require small piece of land when compared to big domestic animals such as cattle, donkey, camel. The small domestic animals can be reared even in urban areas where space is limited. In addition, the small domestic animals multiply very fast and thus provide the continuous source of income when they are sold. Moreover, they require less labor to raise compare the large domestic animals. So the routine, have already mentioned the routine that what we should do. So this is the rabbit. A rabbit is kept for hatch to protect it from the predators. You have to make a house of the rabbit. That's the hatch that protects them from the predator. The rabbit should be fed every day, mainly with the leafy vegetables. They eat what they eat. They eat leafy vegetable, fresh grass, hay, and rabbit pellet. It should be given enough water to drink. The hatch should be cleaned regularly to ensure that the rabbit is comfortable. Any broken part of the hatch should be repaired immediately to ensure it is not attacked by the predators such as dog and mongoose. The rabbits should be examined regularly to ensure they are free from external parasites. In case it is sick, call the veterinary officer or animal health specialist to advise on the treatment. And ensure the sick rabbit is isolated from the rest to prevent the spread of the diseases. So it is very, very important. It is very important. The small domestic animals should be fed adequately and nutritious. Should be fed adequately and nutritious feeds every day. They should also be provided with a clean water. I'm talking about providing the small animals with the clean water, not any water, dirty water, because they're animals. The drinking equipment should also be clean. The drinking equipment should also be cleaned daily before putting the fresh food or fresh drink. This prevents the contamination, which can lead to disease of the animals. So it is very, very important. The places where the animals live should be cleaned regularly and disinfected to ensure they do not get the parasite or any other disease. Next, the tools. I'm talking about the tools. The tools and the equipment should also used in cleaning the animal's house, and the watering equipment should also be clean. We are talking about all the cleanness in everywhere. Reducing overcrowding. Make sure you have the animals, that you maintain a certain number that you can be able to manage. It is very important. If you have maybe the animals that has already grown, please, you can decide to sell that animals, or you can also slaughter them, you sell the meat. You can also you yourself eat them. To reduce overcrowding, excess animals can be sold as to earn some income. You see, if you sell them, you will get income. If you sell meat, you still get income. Some of the animals, such as chicken and rabbits, can also be eaten if the animal gets sick. Can be eaten. So it's very important. You as a person also, you can also feed your family. Let your family also get the nutrients. It is very, very important. If the animals get sick, They should be treated immediately by a veterinarian or an animal health specialist. A person who treats the animals is called veterinary, or we are talking about the health specialist in the animals. So it is very important. When we come back on the importance of the rearing small domestic animals, number one, we've said we get the security, we get food. When we talk about the food security, also is a part of the food security. We get enough food, we get in fact we get all the nutrients that are required to the body, especially when you have the young children. It is very, very important. If you give them eggs, you give them the meat and so on, they'll be able to grow healthy. So when we are discussing the importance, it is very, very important as we wind up. We've talked about how do we handle the small domestic animals. We should know how to respond to the small domestic animals or interact with them in their surroundings. For example, we may be required to restrain animals when are doing some routine practices. So that's the point. Here I have the to be careful. When we say be very careful when handling dog or a cat. These animals can transmit rabies, which is very dangerous diseases. So it is very important you be careful. Make sure the dog that you are playing with, it is already vaccinated. Find out if the dog you are playing with is vaccinated. So as we wind up, we come to the question. Here are some of the question at your free time. I want you to answer, assess yourself. These are the question. Fill in the blank space with appropriate words, then insert in the word is crosswords puzzle of the next page. But first you complete them. Dash pig are a small domestic animal. This we are talking about what? What are we talking about? So these were some questions I want you to answer at your own time. So I will try. I will mark them when we meet. So it is very, very important. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.